guy behind me is literally telling me to pull over. Alrighty, what's going on, guys? My name's Alex Whittick and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today, I'm gonna be driving the Tilted TDI, but I'm gonna be telling a story about basically the crunch time between me getting a daily and really forcing myself to just go ham and get this car ready for, you know, Waterfest. It was really just a time crunch for me. I only had 3 months to really throw this car together from the state that it was in to what it's in now. And we're basically just gonna go for a drive and we're gonna tell the story and we're gonna hit boost. We're gonna roll coal. And the reason that I am filming car specific inside videos is it's the middle of winter in New Jersey, but we've got this like warm weather spell right now. And it is actually 60 degrees outside. It's sunny, it's warm. I've got the window closed today, but basically I realized, okay, it's gonna be cold after this again. Our average temps are between the 35 and 15 degrees, so it's always cold. So right now we've got warm weather, and everybody who has a Stans car knows that, and who lives in these cold climates, if it gets warm, you go and you drive. So today we're gonna be driving the Tilted TDI. You can see out the big back window, see the car rolling coal you saw in yesterday's video. So we're gonna go for a drive today. I'm super excited for this one, and let's get it, guys. So I'm gonna throw my seatbelt on. Can't wait to get harnesses, but I got my seatbelt on. Got whatever this is rattling back here, and let's take this thing for a drive. So throw her in gear, and we're off. So pulling out of my driveway, and then we're gonna get started on this story time. So first off, back last April 2019, I basically was like, okay, I'm done having this car as a daily. You know, I always had like camber in the back and stuff like that. 2017 I had extreme camber, but I always had this like dream of having extreme camber front and rear. So I basically had bought a bunch of parts the year prior to, but I never followed through because I had only this as a daily. So basically I drove this as a daily, and then I was like, okay, I want to go to Waterfest this year, but I want to show up with my car ready to mob. So basically April 2019, I went ahead, I searched Craigslist. Well, this started in like February. I searched Craigslist for a Mark 6 TDI, but I wanted a 6-speed, so never find one. And like April 1st, one popped up on the market on Craigslist in my area within an hour and a half away. And I really wanted it. I texted the guy. I was like, hey, listen, I'm really interested in coming to look at this car. Like, are you available? He's like, yeah. I'm like, before I head over there, because you're an hour and a half away, I'm gonna offer you a price. So I offered him a price. He denied. I offered him another price. He denied. I said, okay, watch this. This car's not gonna sell. Nobody wants a manual Mark 6 TDI. They're just not desirable. Everyone wants automatics. So I went ahead, oh, someone I know, I'm making a vlog. What's up, dude? So I went ahead, some people I know are behind me, but I went ahead and I waited 2 weeks. Car still hadn't sold. So I was very interested in seeing if this guy would sell me this car. So I hit him back up again. And he took my offer, you know? He took my offer. So I went ahead, I drove there. I test drove it. And I had him drive an hour and a half to my house for no extra charge. And he dropped the car off to my house. So, okay, we have a daily now. We are able to start building the Mark V. So it's time to really start building this thing. So I went ahead and I registered the car. I got her ready. Sorry, someone passed me again. I got her ready, and once we got this thing off the road, it basically had between April 17th and July 17th to get done. That's like a 3-month time crunch. And I guess to some people that might sound easy, but it really isn't easy when you're building a car to this magnitude. So I knew that I was going to get the car wrapped, so I had to do some body work. Also, I had to do all the interior stuff. We had door cards and stuff. I had the interior wrapped from a prior year, but it was never even in the car. So I drove his car around for literally a year with no interior. And so the first thing I actually did was I went ahead, threw the interior back into the car. But I also had to figure out front camber and stuff like that, but we'll get to that. I threw the interior in the car. I wrapped all the door cards in the same material as the headliner. These are GLI door cards. And I bought the seats off of Craigslist. The passenger seat had never been mounted. These are Carl Hans bucket seats. They're Halo seats. These are like really like, I wouldn't call them rare seats, but they're expensive and they shouldn't be put in a car like this. They're basically a seat for like rally racing essentially, or like road course stuff. This is for like a helmet. And so I went ahead, I bought the seats off Craigslist. Passenger seat was still in the bag, like a plastic bag. So they never mounted. The previous owner of the seats owned an oral surgeon business in New York City. So he was like super rich or something like that. So he had a bunch of like road course cars and stuff. So I was like, yeah, like of course I'm gonna like go buy a seat from like a rich guy. He's gonna give it away to me. So I bought the seats and stuff like that. And then I had to get started on the front camber. Rear camber was already like an easy thing to do. So front camber was like, I always tried to like use airlift performance bags, like the whole setup, but the bag setup was like super like wonky. Not wonky, but like it didn't allow me to get the camber that I needed because the bag would touch the strut tower, the bag would come near the wheel. So I had to go ahead and buy BC Racing VR style coilovers so I could fit the bags that I wanted to put on there. And the bags are like 3.5 inches wide, which is like super good for what I need, so they could go closer to the strut tower. So I got my bags, I got my coilovers. What's next? I had to go back to BC. The BC coilovers that I had ordered, I got them valved and shortened and stuff like that. But I had to go back to BC to order new bottom mounts for the coilovers, because you know you can either angle that or you can angle the knuckle. I'm not going to angle the knuckle. If you angle a knuckle, no offense, you're dumb. It's pointless, and you're welding cast steel. It's not really going to be structural. So went ahead, did that, angled the bottom mounts with the same metal. That's why I ordered new BC bottom mounts, so I would have the same metal so I could cut it, weld it, mount it, all that good stuff. Gotta put more air in my bags real quick. And so after I did that, I had to figure out top hats and where that would mount, because you have to bring the top hat in so far and the bottom mount out so far that like you literally, there's so much you gotta do, because I have Epic Euro Tuning Extreme lower control arms in the front, so they push the wheel out like 3 inches, but then you need something to kick the top in. So I had to relocate the strut towers themselves by not actually relocating, just drilling new holes, because my bags were so thin. Now I can get them closer to the strut towers. That's why I need an air filter. I'm going through a dust cloud right now. But basically, I had to relocate the strut tower, so I figured out where it was all going to go. I re-drilled new holes for the strut towers, and then after I re-drilled the holes, the process was quite simple, but I still had to like drill, not just drill holes, but relocate where that top bolt was going to go for the pillow bearing and stuff. So I just went to Harbor Freight. I got myself a step bit, so now I can just push the top hat all the way in and give that pillow bearing a place for it to play and stick up through the metal. So I just step bitted that down, and it just fits in there amazing. It looks almost OE because I repainted the top hats where all the holes go and stuff like that with OE paint, so it looks completely normal. And then after that, we had all the camber kind of set up. Now that I had the tie rod extensions in there and stuff. I had tie rod extensions that I had to put in, which honestly, I got kind of ripped off. I'm not gonna say who I bought them from, but I bought tie rod extensions for 80 bucks. Now that I do my own fab and stuff like that, I've always done my own fab, but I never did like suspension fab before. I bought them because I bought them the previous year. And the tie rod extensions I paid $80 for. Now, if you go on like Rough Country or something like that, you can buy the same thread pitch and all that stuff for like, what the hell's this guy telling me to pull over for? This guy behind me is literally telling me to pull over. Like, bro, I'm fine. What? What? Why? Why do you... My car's fine. My car's fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing a car review right now. Sorry, man. So we met some cool, but so we met. Basically, you could buy like the ball joint or the tie rod extensions off of Rough Country. Basically, you could do these tie rod extensions off of Rough Country for like $30. And it's just like you kind of get these these people who sell you these parts, get them off like cheaper websites, so you wind up like paying way too much for these parts. But anyway, I bought tie rod extensions, and after that we got all the camber set up in the front, amazing. The rear was easy. So then I had to like really get the body work ready to be done, because I was gonna pay somebody, so I had to like prep the car and kind of like point out all the spots and all that stuff. But the person wound up kind of bailing on me, so I went ahead, I bought all my own supplies. And the reason I was gonna have someone come to my house and do it for me was because I couldn't really transport the car. It wasn't really ready to be moved. It was kind of like doing a SEMA build, but like in your own garage. So once I got all that set up, I basically did all my own body work. I went online, my buddy who does body work told me all the information that I was gonna need to do, basically have all that done. And then, got a cop behind me, so I don't want to talk too much. I got this cop behind me, but it's whatever. Like I said in yesterday's video, the cops around me are really cool. They don't give me any issues, so, basically, I did all my own body work in the car. And then, had to get the car prepped for it to get wrapped. So Weta_Wraps wrapped my car, did a phenomenal job, always does a phenomenal job. His specialty is like wrapping like Ferraris and like Lambos and like exotics, but he's a good friend of mine. He's a Stans kid, so basically came to my house every day after work, wrapped my car, parked next to a cop, great, perfect, just what I need. I've never had an issue yet, but it's whatever. Bro, I swear, in any other state, oh, no way. Is that cop turned around for me? Please don't be. Nah, we're good. So yeah, like, I just passed, there's actually, I have a cop behind me, and I just passed two cops that are doing, protection work for, like, tree workers who are, like, working on the side of the road. Man, like, this town is like so cool, and like this state is so cool because like the laws are so lenient for like modified cars and stuff. But anyway, so this car had to get wrapped. Weta_Wraps came to my house every single day after 8 o'clock. Like literally would like, he works an hour away, would have to drive all the way home, get his tools and stuff that were in his work tools, come all the way to my house, wrap my whole entire, like, parts of my car over like a span of like 3 weeks, because you can only wrap a car so much in 2 hours. He would drive all the way home. It was just, you know, just great. He completely wrapped the car over the span of like 3 weeks. Could have done it faster, but I didn't really supply him with enough time. You know, basically I had him like this weird time crunch, and I had to do body work, and then he would come wrap a part, so it was like super weird. But he basically got done wrapping the car the night before I had to go to Waterfest, and the night before I had to go to Waterfest, I like wrapped the whole car up, like in between all these like story parts. Like I got the short shifter in, all the little interior bits, the solid engine mount that I made and stuff like that. And like when you're driving and stuff like that, you can't think of like every like little part, but there's actually a street sweeper in front of me, so I'm behind like a lot of traffic on a road that's supposed to be doing 70, so I gotta focus. But basically, he got this car done for me, and the day before Waterfest, I had to put the engine mount in the car, like the transmission side, the solid mount that I had made. I had to do a string alignment. Like the car literally was on jacks until the day I left for Waterfest. Like, didn't move out of the garage, like nothing. And then the day I had to leave for Waterfest, I drove the car for the first time down the road, and I was like, there's no way I could drive it this far. Like, it's so loud, like it rolls so much coal. Like, will it make it? Like, it's untested. And I hopped in the car after working on it all day. At 9 o'clock at night, I drove the car 200 miles to Waterfest. Had the best weekend ever. While I was there, I was driving a little ignorant, and I thought the car was invincible. I drove over a railroad track doing about 70 on the way back to my hotel after the first night. I snapped the shock mount in the rear clean off because my basically my tow arm mounts were completely soft, like you guys had seen in previous videos. I didn't have the solid mount at the time, so those little soft mounts would let everything move, and my barrel hit the shock so hard that it snapped the shock mount clean off. So I got that fixed. The solid toe mount literally would have saved me then and there, but it didn't because I had soft mounts. So the mount snapped. I had basically I sheared off both the ears on both sides. There's ears with holes in them. I sheared them both off, but I had washers, so I re-put it in there, but so the washers would hold half the ear that was snapped off. And I got the car driving then. It was a 200-mile drive back home, and it gave me no issues. I drove the car about 90 miles an hour on the way back. Yeah, I mean, we crunched, and I know that story wasn't the best, but I was like, what's a good story to tell? And as far as that story goes, let me know if you guys want more stories. I'll actually think of stories to tell with more like descriptive details. All right, guys, well, I just pulled the Mark V into the garage, and I went around it. I looked and I inspected. Turns out the side skirt and the side splitter both missing. They flew off. It's just on the passenger side. I had them both. I had self-tappered in. I don't know how it's missing, but we're gonna go for a drive. We're gonna try to find it. Fingers crossed. It's about a 15-mile drive that I did, so let's go. Let's find out and see if we could find this thing. All right, guys, so we just hopped in the Mark VI. I'm gonna go for that drive and see if I can find it. My eyes are gonna be glued to the side of the road, but I'm really praying to find this because, yeah, that's a nice side skirt and a nice side splitter, and I just made them, so let's go. All right, guys, I'm feeling a little hopeless at this point. I just drove the whole drive. It took me about 45 minutes. My eyes were glued to the side of the road, and it's not looking good. But we have a little bit of road left before we get home, and I'm gonna stop and get some cookies to bring the morales up. I'm really hoping to find this, so fingers crossed, guys. All right, guys, little update. I went out and I bought myself some Milano cookies. I had 6 of them, and there's only half a mile left before my development, and I don't think I'm gonna find it. It's not looking good. This stinks, you know. I had 2 self-tappers in there and 3M tape. Like, what had to have happened for the side splitter to get ripped off? Like, it's side splitter and side skirt, like the whole combo. It's not gonna be found. There's literally only a football field left until the entrance to my development come around this corner, so the likelihood of it being there, very low, but I'll let you guys know, and I'll see you back at the house. Approaching my house. Got a couple more houses. The likelihood of it being on this road where I was going 5 miles an hour is super low. So please be there, please be there. Well guys, just like that, I pulled up into my driveway and tilted's still there, but no side splitter was found. So looks like I'm gonna have to order some new side skirts and build side splitters or something like that. But man, this stinks. Well guys, just like that, today's video is over. It's too bad that we lost some parts, but that's just part of the game. These stance cars, you know, they take a lot from us, but they bring us a lot of smiles, and to lose a few parts here and there is not a big deal. I've learned to maybe strap, you know, to hold on my side skirts a little better. They weren't floppy or anything like that. They were really tight, so the fact that it's gone is just mind-boggling to me, but it's a real shame. But guys, just remember to keep smiling. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I mean, I'm not even upset about it. It's just, that's just the way it goes. I'm just gonna smile about it and laugh because that's all you could do. Don't let anything make you mad unless it's something like super serious, like somebody getting harmed or something. But guys, on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Sharing helps our videos so much. We're growing so fast. We're about to hit 6,500 subscribers, and that's just mind-boggling to me because in November I started this YouTube channel, and you know, we're just going up from there. And I was making videos like once in a blue moon, and now I make a video every single day for you guys. So if you guys like today's video, please give it a thumbs up and share to your friends, guys, and just have a great day. I appreciate all you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, and remember to just keep smiling. All right.